Hey everybody, today's video is going to educate you on some safe money alternatives that exist in today's marketplace. So one of the problems we have right now in our current interest rate environment is that most of the banks, meaning savings and money markets and CDs, safe money products, really aren't earning that much of a yield. And on the opposite side, we have the stock market that's just been in a bull market for the last 10 years almost. And so people are either forced into either a low interest rate CD or the risk side of the stock market. And so I get this question a lot. Aaron, is there anything else I can do? I mean, I don't mind having some of my money at risk, but I don't want all of it. And so let's kind of go over two products that exist in the marketplace today that might be of interest to you. I put them up here as the acronyms. The first one is a fixed indexed annuity, and then in a minute we're going to go through something called indexed universal life. Both of these products are really neat. They have cool features, but they got to fit for the right person. So let's go over FIAs first. So a fixed indexed annuity, here's the draw. The draw is whatever you put in is principal protected. So people like that. So if I write a $100,000 check or a $1 million check, I know that my money can never go below that unless I withdraw it. And that's different because you're spending your own money. That'd be no different than a savings account. However, we can tie the money to an external index. So for an example, we can tie an FIA to the S&P 500. So let's say the S&P 500 is positive for the year, like it has been recently for the last decade. Then you're participating in some of that growth. However, what people really like is what if the stock market crashes or has a huge bear market like it did in '08 or '01 or '02. They know that for that year, they can't go backwards. And so people like that feature. In addition to that, we can add some things to these products like a new LTC benefits and or an income rider. And so if we're trying to build a pension for somebody, like a personal pension, we'll use this product. If they're interested in long-term care, but maybe they don't want to go through underwriting for whatever reason, we can use one of these products. So they have a nice place in the market. Also, they're just a good, safe money alternative. However, the downside to this product is you're in there for a period of time. And there's a bunch of different periods of time. You could be in a product for 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, 12 years. So you just need to understand that there are surrender charges along with that product. All right? Next, Index Universal Life. One of the smartest plans I've ever seen for a retiree is if that person can stay in what is known as a 0% tax rate throughout retirement. And it can be done. I've seen it done. So I'm happy to build one of these plans for you, but let me explain. So there are a couple of different ways to get tax-free money all the way throughout retirement. And I think you would agree that with where our country's headed, and we just got one of the biggest gifts ever with this new tax bill, and that we know till 2025 we have this period of time where taxes are going to be a lot lower, and odds are they'll sunset in 2025, go back to the old rates. Now is the time to take advantage of this. So if you are in that position, Roth conversions might be a great idea. Contributing to Roths. That way down the road you're in a tax-free environment in retirement. 2, if we can keep your Social Security below certain thresholds, what's known as provisional income, then your Social Security is tax-free throughout retirement. Also, you get a standard deduction every year, even whether you're single or married. So it's okay to have some money in an IRA or a 401k account, because as long as the required minimum distribution or distribution coming out matches that standard deduction, that's fine, because now that's tax-free money. So what we could add to that is another product known as IUL or Index Universal Life. So we can overfund these contracts, let them grow safely, and then throughout retirement use supplemental income out of those products in a tax-free environment. So now you have multiple sources of income all coming throughout retirement, tax-free, and then I've had clients add in a reverse mortgage to that, which is tax-free money, and you can't beat it. So if they double tax rates in 2026 or down the road, 2 times 0 is still 0. So if you're interested in learning more about how to be in a tax-free or 0% tax bracket throughout retirement, or you're just curious about fixed index annuities, please reach out. I'm happy to discuss more with you and run some illustrations. Thanks so much.